Let me tell you how unlikely I think it is. I'm actually going to finish these books in a week. Let's just all laugh. So, spring break for us is March 29th to April 7th, which is in like a week and a day, including the weekends. So, it's plenty of time to read. Now, will I use all that time for reading? Like, jury's still out, but this is just like the briefest list of books I kind of want to read. Now, I have smaller books. Like, I could actually probably get quite a few books finished. But one of the things I'm doing is saving up all of my smaller graphic novel and horror and thriller related books for Summerween because I'm hoping they do Summerween because that'd be great. Then I'll have a bunch of smaller books I can do for Summerween. But I do have a few that I'm choosing. I'm also avoiding romance novels because even though sometimes they are quicker, I just have a weird thing with like reading romance during the school year. I can't get into them like I need to. I'd rather like read those by the pool. Those feel like summer books to me. So just a short list of the options I'm going to have during spring break. The first thing I need to do is finish A Haunting on the Hill by Elizabeth Hand, and by the time I post this, I might be done with this book. This is a very quick audiobook. If you don't know what this is the story of Holly Sherwin. I had to look up the name of the person. Holly Sherwin, who is a playwright, and her girlfriend and a couple of art friends, like actors, actresses, and people who are involved in theater, move into Hill House. Yes, that Hill House. This is an authorized sequel from the estate of Shirley Jackson for A Haunting of Hill House, and it's really good so far. I'm about 50% of the way through the audiobook, and I know what you're thinking. Well, then just finish the book, but the audiobook is so good. Okay, so Holly's girlfriend, how do you pronounce her name? Nisa. Nisa is writing folk music for the play that she's writing, and so they're singing in the audiobook, and then some of the characters hear like whispered voices and noises, and that's in the audiobook. Like it's interactive. It's almost like a stage play instead of just an audiobook, and I don't want to miss any of that by reading it physically. So as much as I like really want to finish it, I need to listen to the audio. So hopefully I'll already have finished this one by the time spring break starts, but if not, I need to finish this. So I also need to read Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen, and this is a very old Alcrate book, and I think this is sort of a retelling of The Little Mermaid, more or less. I know that this the main character rescues somebody she's not supposed to rescue, and so she's gonna kind of like make amends for that. But I don't know a lot about it. It's been quite a few years since I got this in the Alcrate, but it's for the buzzword, like I think nature words for sea. But I'd have to look it up. But I do know that I pulled that out for buzzword. I'm also, this is like more of a, I probably won't get to this one, but if I do, I do. Alatsoe, I'd really like to go ahead and finish this one so I can put it in my classroom library. All the other ones I have for my classroom library are like horror, thriller adjacent, and again, I'm saving those just in case I need them for Summerween, but I really do want to read this one. Another book I kind of want to read in that week is The Memory Police. I'm just going to read you the synopsis. On an unnamed island, objects are disappearing. First hats, then ribbons, birds, roses. Most of the inhabitants are oblivious to these changes, while those few able to recall the lost objects live in fear of the draconian memory police, who are committed to ensuring that what has disappeared remains forgotten. When a young writer discovers that her editor is in danger, she concocts a plan to hide him beneath their floorboards, and together they cling to her writing as the last way of preserving the past. Powerful and provocative, The Memory Police is a stunning novel about the trauma of loss. It sounds good. I saw it in a video. I saw Books and Law. I'll read it, so I'm gonna read it. And it sounds engaging enough that I'll probably tear through it. There are a couple of the things that I'm currently in the process of reading that I need to knock out over spring break. One of those is In Cold Blood by Truman Capote, because as of the end of this upcoming week where I'm filming this, we are supposed to have finished part 3. So that means part 4 has to be read over spring break. If I'd make them do it, I need to do it. So while I'm probably going to give them a little bit after spring break to finish the whole book, part 4 being finishing the book, I'm going to try to have it done ahead of time. The other thing I'm reading is Night, but I can't read that ahead of them. I do read that with the students. I'm currently reading Wicked for independent reading and annotating it, so I may bring that home and do some annotations. I'm also reading, and let me make sure I get the name right, I'm reading What the Woods Took by Courtney Gold. It's the newest book that she's putting out. I got an advanced reader copy sent to me of it, and I'm reading it on my Kindle. So that's really good for if there's a day where it's nice weather and I can sit outside with a dog and read. And it's pretty good so far. We're about the halfway. No, we're only about a quarter of the way through, and like a twist has happened. Like I was prepared for it to get darker because the synopsis implies it's getting darker. It's about kids that are sent on like a wilderness camp thing because of their behavior, but then everything kind of goes south quickly. And so I think it's going to get into like a survivalist kind of book, but we'll see. Everybody's kind of split up, and it's getting real. I don't think there's anything else that's immediately pressing. So Let Them Burn. I'm reading or listening to that via audiobook as well, so I've got that I'll be listening to over the next few days. Again, if I finish that before spring break, I'll probably change the audiobook that I'm choosing. I think that's it. This is a pretty good, honestly, for only 1 week. I'm almost making it hard for myself reading all these large books. You'd think I would have saved a graphic novel or two for, but no, I'm doing this. I also am planning probably at least one day to like vlog my adventures because I want to unhaul some books and take them to David's. And that means going to Greenville. I may go to the new Enjoy. I've been once, but I wasn't terribly impressed with it compared to the one that I always go to. And we'll just see. We'll see where the spirit leads. I'm just gonna be really glad to get a week off because we all desperately need it. So anyway, this is more or less my TBR for the week, and I'll let you know if I'm able to accomplish it. Let me know if you've read any of these and if you think they're going to be like worth the read or not, or if there's anything kind of small that you can recommend throwing in here as well. I've got a couple other things that I could do if I get to be in like a mood reading space, but I think this is going to be fun for now. Anyway, that's it. Bye.